Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're diving headfirst into the exciting world of DeFi or Decentralized Finance. Now you might be thinking, DeFi, Joe? Sounds like something only Wall Street guys in suits talk about. And yeah, it can seem complicated at first, but trust me, once you understand it, you'll see why DeFi is generating so much buzz. Today we'll break down DeFi into plain English, stripping away all the complex jargon and getting straight to the heart of what really matters. We'll explore how DeFi works, why it's shaking up traditional finance, and most importantly, how you can potentially benefit from it. Because at the end of the day, we want to know what's in it for us, right? So we'll also reveal the best DeFi cryptocurrency to buy right now, along with the strategies you need to make smart investment decisions. Okay, so what exactly DeFi? Imagine a world where you don't need banks, brokers, or any middlemen to access financial services. That's the promise of DeFi. It's all about using blockchain technology, the same tech behind Bitcoin, to create a more open, transparent, and accessible financial system. Think about it. Right now, when you want to borrow money, you go to a bank. When you want to invest, you go through a brokerage. These institutions act as gatekeepers, controlling access to financial services and often charging hefty fees in the process. DeFi aims to cut out these middlemen entirely. Instead of relying on centralized institutions, DeFi applications, or dApps, run on a decentralized network of computers. This means there's no single point of control, making it much more resistant to censorship, fraud, and manipulation. Plus, DeFi is all about transparency. Every transaction is recorded on the blockchain, a public ledger that anyone can view. This openness helps build trust and accountability within the system. Now you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how does it actually work in practice? Well, let's take a look at some real-world examples. One of the most popular DeFi applications is lending and borrowing. With DeFi, you can lend out your cryptocurrency to others and earn interest on it, often at much higher rates than traditional savings accounts. On the flip side, you can also borrow cryptocurrency instantly without needing to go through the hassle of credit checks or lengthy application processes. This can be incredibly useful for businesses and individuals who need quick access to capital. Another exciting area of DeFi is decentralized exchanges, or DEX. These platforms allow you to trade cryptocurrencies directly with other users, without needing a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance. This gives you more control over your assets and can result in lower fees. So, we've covered the basics of what DeFi is and how it works, but why should you even care? What are the real benefits of using DeFi over traditional financial systems? Let's dive into that in the next chapter. Now let's talk about why DeFi is making such a splash. One word: benefits. DeFi offers a ton of advantages over traditional finance, and frankly, these advantages are pretty hard to ignore. First up, we have transparency. Remember, everything in DeFi happens on the blockchain, which is like a giant public spreadsheet that anyone can access. That means no more shady backroom deals or hidden fees. You can see exactly where your money's going, and that's a level of transparency you just don't get with traditional banks. Then there's the accessibility factor. With DeFi, you don't need a bank account, a credit score, or even a government-issued ID. All you need is an internet connection and a crypto wallet, and boom, you're plugged into the world of decentralized finance. This opens up a whole new world of financial opportunities for people who are unbanked or underserved by the traditional financial system. And let's not forget about security. Because DeFi applications are built on the blockchain, they're incredibly secure and resistant to hacks. Remember, the blockchain is decentralized, meaning there's no single point of failure that hackers can target. This makes DeFi a much safer alternative to storing your money in a traditional bank, which, let's face it, are prime targets for hackers. But one of the biggest benefits of DeFi is the potential for higher returns. Because you're cutting out the middlemen, you can earn much higher interest rates on your savings compared to traditional savings accounts. And since DeFi is still in its early stages, there's also a huge potential for growth in the value of DeFi cryptocurrencies. Of course, with any new technology there are risks involved, and we'll talk about those in just a bit. But the potential benefits of DeFi are undeniable, and that's why so many people are excited about its future. But before you jump in headfirst, it's essential to understand where you can actually access and use DeFi applications. And that brings us to our next chapter, where we'll explore some of the most popular DeFi platforms out there. Alright, so you're ready to dip your toes into the world of DeFi. The next big question is, where do you actually start? Well, that's where DeFi platforms come in. These are basically your gateways to this exciting new world. One of the biggest names you'll hear is Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is more than just a cryptocurrency. It's a blockchain platform that hosts a massive ecosystem of DeFi applications. Think of it like the Apple App Store, but for decentralized finance. Then we have platforms like Aave and Compound, which are lending and borrowing platforms where you can earn interest on your crypto or borrow against it. These platforms are completely decentralized, meaning there's no bank or financial institution calling the shots. If you're interested in decentralized exchanges, Uniswap and SushiSwap are two popular options. These platforms allow you to trade a wide variety of cryptocurrencies without the need for a centralized intermediary. It's like peer-to-peer trading but with crypto. Another interesting platform is MakerDAO, which focuses on stablecoins, particularly DAI. Stablecoins are cryptocurrencies that are pegged to the value of a stable asset like the US dollar. This makes them less volatile than other cryptocurrencies and a popular choice for DeFi applications. And as the DeFi space continues to evolve, we're seeing a ton of new and innovative platforms popping up all the time. It's an incredibly dynamic and fast-moving space, so it's important to stay informed and do your research before diving into any specific platform. But remember, while these platforms offer incredible opportunities, it's crucial to understand the risks involved, and that's what we'll cover in the next chapter. DeFi isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's essential to approach it with caution and a healthy dose of skepticism. Alright, let's get real for a second. While DeFi holds immense potential, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like any investment, DeFi comes with its own set of risks, and it's crucial to understand these before you throw your hard-earned money into it. One of the biggest risks in the DeFi space is smart contract risk. See, DeFi applications are built on these things called smart contracts, which are basically self-executing contracts written in code. Sounds cool, right? And it is, but these smart contracts can be vulnerable to bugs and exploits. And if there's a flaw in the code, hackers can exploit it to drain funds from the platform. We've seen this happen before, and it's a risk you need to be aware of. Another risk is the volatility of cryptocurrencies. Crypto prices can fluctuate wildly, and this volatility can impact the value of your DeFi investments. You could see your investment grow exponentially, but you could also lose a significant chunk of it just as quickly. And let's not forget about the regulatory uncertainty surrounding DeFi. Governments around the world are still trying to figure out how to regulate this emerging space, and any new regulations could have a significant impact on the DeFi market. Then there's the issue of complexity. DeFi can be pretty darn complicated, especially for newcomers. It requires a certain level of technical understanding, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could easily make costly mistakes. And finally, there's always the risk of scams and rug pulls. Because the DeFi space is still relatively new and unregulated, it attracts its fair share of scammers looking to make a quick buck. So, how do you mitigate these risks? First and foremost, do your research. Understand the platforms you're using, the risks involved, and the specific projects you're investing in. Diversify your investments, just like you would with traditional investments, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. And remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Be wary of promises of guaranteed returns or once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for. Which DeFi cryptocurrency should you buy right now? Now, before I give you my pick, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research and consider your own risk tolerance and investment goals. That being said, the DeFi cryptocurrency I'm most excited about right now is, and here's why. But remember, diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, even if that basket seems like the most promising thing since sliced bread. Instead, consider building a diversified portfolio of DeFi cryptocurrencies that align with your investment strategy and risk appetite. And there you have it, a crash course into the exciting world of DeFi. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the basics of what DeFi is to the risks involved, and the best DeFi cryptocurrencies to buy right now. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on the latest in cryptocurrency. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on DeFi and which cryptocurrency you're most excited about. I'm curious to hear your take on this rapidly evolving space. Until next time, happy investing.